Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about The Detained by Kristopher Triana. Can you read that? This is from Perpetual Motion Machine Publishing, and it's just a little tiny novella. And it's about Phoebe McBride and some other folks who are going back to Bonneville for their 20th high school reunion. When Phoebe gets there, there are only, I'm going to say three other, wow, this is going to be embarrassing, three other students, returning students, and the coach, and they all get locked in the cafeteria, and yeah, I think those are the people. They all get locked in the cafeteria, and things get crazy. I don't know what else to say about the plot, how else to nutshell it without giving anything away. So, Kristopher Triana, excuse me, I read and reviewed his book Full Brutal, which was fantastic. It was extreme horror, and so I decided to pick up some of his other stuff, and since I'm a huge fan now of Perpetual Motion Machine Publishing, and they happen to publish this one, I grabbed it. Again, it's only, let's see, let's find out. I'm sure this is exciting for you. 90 pages. Quick little book. It is not extreme horror, although there is some violence and stuff. It's just as well written as Full Brutal was. It's not. I've only read one other one of his books, Full Brutal, so I can't say that I expect everything he writes to be extreme horror, but this was definitely a change, a character piece, if you will, but with, there's violence, there's supernatural elements, I'll throw that out there, I don't think that's a spoiler, but we start with Phoebe McBride on her way to what she thinks is her 20th reunion, and we meet the other characters as they show up, and you've got the jock, and you've got the woman that used to be, super popular and beautiful, and you've got the kind of the rebel outlaw, the guy that was a rebel outlaw in high school, and they sort of share there's something in the past that connects them. And that's the reason they're there, as well as the old coach. He's actually, at this point, the retired principal, but he was the coach back 20 years ago when they were in high school. And so they arrive, they realize they're locked in, they start finding some weird things inside the cafeteria, and which makes them start to question why they are there, who set this up. It's got almost a Lord of the Flies kind of element to it, and then again, there's absolutely a supernatural element going on, and things get there are some very spooky scenes. Besides, it's not just like I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, which is probably usually the case, but. Again, having only read Full Brutal from this author, which is extreme horror, I don't know that I've read anything that's extreme horror that's could be called spooky, and this has spooky elements. There are spooky elements in this book. Would it be horror rather than terror, or the other way around? I don't know. People define them as two different things. And I know one is like fear for your life. Seems to me that would be terror, whereas horror is being spooked, being afraid of what's going on, or being afraid of something, but not necessarily like terror is when the guy's running at you with a chainsaw. Whereas horror, again, I could have this flipped. Horror is when you see a ghost at the foot of your bed. I don't know. So, Full Brutal would be the way I'm saying it, Full Brutal would be terror. This would be horror. And it's good. It's entertaining. I read this one in one day because I wanted to see what was going on. There's a mystery behind this, and I wanted to know what it was. I wanted to know how these characters would react, how they would get through it, what was going to happen to them. I cared about the characters, at least some of them. Some of them are douchebags. um, so yeah, just very good, very entertaining, well written, nice characters, spooky moments, something different than the only other book I've read by this author. I do have a short story collection by him. I am definitely picking up more of his stuff. But so far, the two I've read are good. This one's good. I believe I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. You got a chair and a shotgun and a chalkboard. What else do you need on a cover? Something crazier. Not a horrible cover, but not one of those great over-the-top covers that I love. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's, again, short book, short video. I recommend it. 4 out of 5 stars. Kristopher Triana. You should be reading his stuff anyway. This is one to pick up. So, I will have a link for the book in the description down below. I'll probably... I get to the end of these videos and I always forget something. Usually it's either the rating or saying that I'm going to have a link down below. What I'm going to do is I like to support small press publishers, so I'll probably put 2 links, one for Amazon and one for Perpetual Motion Machine Publishing if you'd like to order it directly from the publisher, and skip the middleman, skip the Amazon middleman. So if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. We can talk spoilers, just post a spoiler warning because we try to be kind here at the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's all I've got this time. So this has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.